Alright guys, welcome back to another Wish Wednesday. In today's Wish Wednesday, we're going to be taking a look at, basically, it's a survival shovel. It says, on the box, it says, Antarctic military, fishing, black. That's all it says. And then, over here, what's it say here? As you can see right here, it says, multi-function ordnance shovel. So, but it's from China, so I'm assuming it's a survival shovel is what it is. But I don't know why it says multifunctional ordnance shovel or military fishing. That doesn't make any sense. So let's get this thing open. Let's take a look. Okay, we got the shovel part. There's a cap of some sort, screwdriver, Phillips and flathead. There's this thing that appears to just be like a tube of some kind, like an expansion tube maybe. Oh, we got this handle. It's got a nice little glass breaker on it. What else is in here? Oh, it's got a little knife blade on it too. Oh wow, that thing's that's pretty dull. So the knife blade has the knife blade and a saw. So let's see how you put this thing together. Let's take a look at this. This is obviously the shovel part. Why is it so? Oh, I guess you just kind of, oh, that's the wrong way. I guess you just have to kind of lock it in place, and then you can screw this part. Yeah, there you go. You can screw this part and then that locks it up. So that's kind of neat. So it can fold down, or you can have it like a 90 degree for like whatever you would need that 90 degrees for. I don't fully understand where these go. This isn't making a whole lot of sense because you can obviously screw these pieces together. You can screw these together and make a long handle for your shovel. Is that not screwing there? There doesn't seem to be, because this and this both have the same threads. So this definitely needs to screw into something, but where it screws into, maybe it screws into the top. Like maybe the shovel unscrews. Is that what happens? Whenever I ordered this, I don't remember it saying that it came with this stuff. This is a whistle, I'm assuming. That's actually pretty loud. And it has a fire steel on this side. Let's see if that works. Not a very good fire steel. Really? What if we use this side? Oh, there we go. Alright, so that kind of works. But where do I screw this stuff into? And there's no instructions with this thing whatsoever. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It screws into here. Okay. So that way you can screw this to here. I got you. It's supposed to be like the, just like the survival cane. How everything's going to be reverse threaded. Or how, not how everything's reverse threaded, but how everything fits inside of each one. So then the whistle will go inside of this. You screw these together. Put the bit inside of here. I keep forgetting it's reverse threaded. Okay, that makes sense. Now I feel like less of a moron. Jeez. So you have a whistle, a Phillips and flathead screwdriver, a knife, and a saw. On the back of the blade there's a saw. But you also have, on the shovel blade, you have a saw on this side of the shovel blade, and then you have a blade on this side of the shovel blade. And that blade, I'm going to zoom in and see if I can show you guys in more detail, but it's like sharpened very, very poorly. The knife blade is the same, but not as bad. This one, the blade on the shovel has all kinds of burrs and stuff. So I'm going to zoom in and see if I can show that to you. Alright, right along the top of this blade, you should be able to see what I'm talking about right here with these burrs. You can see it just looks like it's been sharpened very, very roughly, like maybe with an angle grinder or something, and not an actual like sharpening stone or anything. Alright, so let's start testing this stuff. Now, I have some tests that we're going to do outside for the shovel, so we'll set that to the side. But for right now, I have my doubts about this knife. With the other stuff that's in here, the fire steel, yeah, that works. Whistle, that works. This is what I'm really interested about. Because, I mean, just feeling this blade doesn't feel very sharp at all. Man, I kind of hate to cut the box because I don't have a place to store it. But, alright, so let's just cut the box. See how it does with that. I mean, it cut it, but if you're experienced with a knife, you know that was not a very good cut. That was more, you can even see kind of on the edge, that wasn't really like a clean cut. That was more of just like a rip. You would almost have to like, even sawing through it. Ew. It's not really like, it's, oh. Don't worry, the knife blade was not injured. Alright, so anyway, it's acting more like a wedge that's just like ripping through the cardboard than it is like a knife slicing through the cardboard. So that doesn't give me very much hope for the next one. So next I have some 550 Paracord. This stuff's not like super hard to cut, but it is pretty thick. Let's see if it can just cut off a piece of this. Ugh, that sounded horrible. And it didn't even, wow. It just barely even ripped the casing of the paracord. So I'm going to put it right back on that exact same spot. Jeez. There we go. 3 slices to try to get through some little paracord. That's not looking very good. So far this knife is pretty much like useless. Like if this is all you had, this would be better than nothing. But even then, you better get like a sharpening stone or something, because this isn't gonna get you very far. So let's say you got some bigger rope, like this. I don't know what poundage this rope is, but obviously I know that it is bigger. So let's get us a piece of this. I don't even know if it'll cut this. Alright. Oh, it's getting there. Jeez. Oh, it's still not even. Come on. I mean, it made it through. So, very pathetically, it made it through. But, I mean, yet again, I mean, if you're in a survival situation and this is all you have, it could be worse. But I'm not very impressed with that. What was that, like 7 passes to cut through a piece of rope? When normally with any other knife that's halfway sharp, you could just do it in 1. This might be good in the beginning, like maybe the first couple days, this will do whatever you need to do. But if you're like in a hardcore survival situation, like say you're gonna be somewhere for like 14 days, this ain't gonna cut it. You're gonna be like basically just like sawing through everything that you need to cut. So I'm not very impressed with that. So next we'll go outside and we'll test the saw blade. Yes, before you have a meltdown, before we test the saw, I will test the cutting blade of the shovel. Get out our 550 paracord, see what we can do. Wow, that was a million times better than the blade. I don't know why you would make the side of your shovel sharper than the knife that you put inside of the shovel, because this is obviously it's a shovel, so you're going to be digging with it. So as you dig, it's going to dull the blade. So I don't know where the logic was there. I would have put less time on this and focused more time on sharpening the knife. So let's go to the thick rope. Oh, it's caught on the saw. 1, 2. That's still more than like the 7 or 8 that the other knife took. So, yeah, I don't know where the logic was here. Why would you spend more time sharpening this than you would the knife that actually goes inside of it? This knife is better. Alright, so I found a little twig, which would probably be you know, about the size that you would be cutting with this, maybe just a little bit bigger. So let's see how it does. Well, obviously it works. So since this one went so well, let's go ahead and try something a little bit bigger. See how that does. This is a lot of work for something that you could just break off with your hand. There we go. It does work, not very well. It's a lot of effort for something, especially for something this size, that you could easily just break this off and not waste all that time sawing it with this. So yes, it works, but I would only use it for like intricate stuff, I guess. I don't know, it's so small that it's just not super useful, but it does work. So as you saw before, the blade on the shovel was better. So let's see if the saw on the shovel is better. We're gonna be taking off this branch right here, which is quite a bit bigger. See what we can do. Oh wow, I can already tell you this sucks. This is gonna take forever. Alright, so if I was gonna survive a situation and if I wanted this branch off, I would just do this. I'll just take the saw blade. That's a million times faster than using this saw. The saw sucks. Alright, so the next part of our test is going to be a slicing test. So I'm going to compare it. I'm going to see how many water bottles the shovel can cut through. But first, I'm going to compare it with something that I know slices very well. So I know that I should be able to cut through at least 5 water bottles with this katana. And then we'll set 5 water bottles up and we'll slice them with the shovel. See which one cuts more. Get a couple practice swings. Oh, there was some crackhead staring at me. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5. All right, so we cut through 5. All right, so now it's the shovel's turn, and honestly, I just have a really hard time believing that the shovel's gonna do anything like I almost said samurai sword, like the katana did, because the katana, cleanly sliced through all 5 of them. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be surprised if this thing even goes through 2 of them, maybe 3, 2 at the max though. So, although it is pretty heavy, it's much heavier than the sword. 3, 2, 1. I think we made it through more than I thought. Okay, so that one is a slice. That's 1 whole one, 2 whole ones. Actually, there's 2 that have not been cut. So it cut through 2 and it pretty much cut through 3. I'm very impressed with that. Way more than I thought. I figured it would have, being as, the blade's not dull, but not nearly as sharp as the sword. So, I'm surprised. 3 water bottles. All right, and then last but not least, obviously it's a shovel, so we need to test its ability to dig. So let's dig a little bit. Oh. There's something hard right there. So far so good. It's just kind of like a normal shovel, honestly. Oh, there's a big tree root under there. Yeah. Well, I mean, it digs like a normal shovel. Let's turn that blade. I don't know if you're supposed to use it like this. Like, I guess you could use it like this, like a hoe, maybe. That's actually not too bad. It works great both ways. All right, so what are my thoughts? Would I buy this again? Probably not. Now, we have to take price into consideration. I don't think I said it in the beginning, but I think I'm almost 100% positive I paid $24 for this. So, for $24, this isn't bad. If I was going camping for a long period of time, would I buy this to take with me? No, absolutely not. If I was stranded in the woods and I came across this thing and just found it there, would I be happy about it? Yeah, absolutely. It's not bad. It's just like, it's kind of like that saying, like a jack of all trades, master of none. It's, you know, it's not a very good saw. It's not a very good knife. It's not like an amazing shovel, but it is a better shovel than it is a saw or a knife. And the knife that's in it, you know, we saw that, that's whatever. It's just kind of weird, you know, it's not really good at any one thing. It's just kind of like 50% at all the things. I wouldn't recommend it. If you wanted to get one to like throw in a survival pack just for like a what if scenario, it would definitely be better than nothing, but it's absolutely nothing that I would buy with the intention of like using on a regular basis. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.